Monad is the best fucking chain ever. Cap, right? Mega it sucks. Like that's the answer. At least I think it's better to be friends with one person, like be very good friends with one person than like know 100 people. Hmm.
Monad started and triggered a huge trend about community first, because
Mhm.
that's the value of Monad.
One thing that you'd want to probably tell everyone who's like either starting into Web3, getting into Web3, already in Web3, that nobody else knows, and you think that, hey, this is the thing that everybody should know if you're getting into Web3, right? What would that thing be? So, hey, Grimjow. This is Aditya Show. We have Grimjow with us. Grimjow, tell us what you do in Web3. Why are you here? And why are you so involved with Monad? Tell me, man.
Hello, Adi. So yeah, first I'm very glad to be here, and yeah, very grateful. Thanks a lot for reaching out to me and asking for joining. So yes, I'm Grimjow. So I'm involved in Monad community. I started to be in the crypto industry like 3 years ago. In back in 2021, I started to be very involved in a community by joining Monad. So I slowly started to make some graphic contents and posting about Monad, and it was mostly about making some friends and vibing,
Mhm.
and yeah.
Let's first talk about like what you're doing in the Web3 space, right? I see that you are building chalk stars, right? So what is chalk stars, and why are you building it on Monad?
So yeah, so Chalkstar is a Monad NFT project. So it's the founder is Tequila. So I'm not the founder,
Mhm.
but my mission in Chalkstar team is to animate the Discord server and make some content also, posting on my personal account.
Mhm.
And so Chalkstar is a NFT collection, so that will be released on Monad mainnet. And so we have four moderators so far in the Discord. We have Tequila as a founder, we have Orpheus as a collab manager, and we have Daniel as well, which is helping a lot.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Abstract just launched, right? And there are like lots of these NFT projects launching like on all of these chains. We have Bira mainnet launching on 6th. Monad will launch, and I think Mega ETH will launch soon too. And you're building on Monad, right? I just want to understand like how is like Chalkstar like different from all of these other NFT projects? What exactly are you doing, like which is so unique that no other NFT project is doing so?
I would say that the first unique thing is the design, of course.
Mhm.
That I won't tell and expand a lot on the history of Chalkstar, because I'm not the founder, and
Mhm.
Tequila is the founder, and everything
Mhm.
started from her.
Mhm.
But the for me, like if I have to be both a bit subjective and objective in my
Mhm.
answer, uh, no, I would say that for me the big difference is the way the community is built, because most of the people in Chalkstar community come from Monad community.
Mhm.
Maybe you know a bit about Monad community,
Mhm.
but it's we had quite a lot of real life events, so we know
Mhm.
each other. We are, maybe I would say, like a bit more than 1,000 people very active. Like I
Mhm.
mean, very active, like on a weekly basis.
Mhm.
So I would say that the big difference for me is that quite a lot of people from Chalkstar in the
Mhm.
community are from Monad, and
Mhm.
yeah, that's the way,
Yeah.
making making the community being everything, and having the best interactions possible.
Makes sense. Makes sense. What is Mouche XYZ?
Yeah, it's something very different. So Mouche is so you know what Mouche is, it's the French translation for fly. So
Uh,
it's this annoying flying insect. I should
mhm.
not say this because I'm actually the founder of Mouche. But
Mm-hmm.
so Mouche, so it started like in April 2024,
Mm-hmm.
and I just sent a voice message to some friends in a chat, and I said, like I was very involved in Monad, and I said I will have to stop with Monad because I just saw a documentary about the flies, and I will just start to work in a fly laboratory. But it was just for fun, and so just a private joke between some friends, and then we started to think, and what if we create a new mascot for Monad? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but we have different mascots. We have this purple edge dog, which is called the Molandak.
Mm-hmm.
We have Chog as well,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a great mascot of Monad. We have
Mm-hmm.
Moyak, the fish, and we were like, why not making something backed by a fly? And
Mm-hmm.
so we were like brainstorming on the name. So I created this mod animal with Glider, which is
Mm-hmm.
another Monad community member.
Mm-hmm.
And so the name was Mouche, but without a E. Because in French, you have a E at the end of
Mm-hmm.
Mouche.
Yes.
So we slowly started to make a lore around Mouche.
Mm-hmm.
We had multiple big raids in
Mm-hmm.
the chat and sending some GIF, and
Mm-hmm.
then like immediately, like on the same day, a lot of community members, a lot of NADs started to make some GIF and some drawings, and it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started to host a drawing session on weekly basis on in the server,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about making taking the picking the PFPs of the NADs and adding drawing a fly.
Mm-hmm.
So we made quite a lot of drawing, almost 200 since last April, and then we started to make a kind of small rebranding and have Mouche Media. So Mouche Media is the pivot we took for making publishing some kind of AI video content and quite a lot of things on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically the history of Mouche.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Actually, I have seen Moosh PFPs. I think like so you take PFPs and you mooshify it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
make them flash. Yeah, yeah. So I was reading the lore, and good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I think in my last podcast, I was with On Chain Army's artist, right? And we sort of had a similar discussions. We were roasting different abstract NFTs, right? And as you're involved like in an NFT community, right? I have been so let me give you some context, right? I have been a huge NFT trader a year ago, right? I used to trade NFTs, mint, whitelists, and stuff, right? And so when you trade and mint a lot of NFTs, the very urgent thing that you need to do is, hey, I minted it and now I need to dump it on the market, just to get just to flip it or make money, right? And
Mm,
there are like only a very few NFTs that I'm really that I really like. And so someone who's working with a team, and someone who, let's say, if you want to develop your own NFT collection one day or something like that, uh, what incentives, not even incentives, what steps would you take to like make a NFT collection like not a not an instant 90% dump, right? Because even on abstract right now, if like most NFTs just got straight up dumped, right? And most of them were grifters. So if you want to build, let's say, an NFT, like what's the true utility? How do you see the market going, where it is going, and how do you essentially process all that and come up with such an NFT collection where people would love to hold it. For example, I hold a
mm,
lot of Lil Pudgies because I
yeah.
believe in the Pudgy team, and I really vibe with them a lot. So what steps would you take in general?
Mm. Well, it's a very interesting question, and I think there are quite a lot of aspects to be focused on. um, I would say that for me, like one of the most important aspects is that the community is trusting the team.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to be present as more as possible and interacting with them
Mm-hmm.
and hosting some events. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the very important points.
Mm-hmm.
Showing up as much as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I think it's showcasing a kind of it's creating a kind of trust relationship between the community and the team. The other point will be to have a. I know it's taking a lot of time, but having a kind of manual curating and
Mhm.
picking member one by one for who
Mhm.
is going to mint your NFT collections.
Mhm.
So there are quite a lot of people that are ready to try to farm some whitelist
Mhm.
in different projects, and
Mhm.
I think it's very important to keep an eye on like individually on each members and see
Mhm.
what they're doing in the community, if they are
Mhm.
starting some initiatives, if they are here to farm. So
Mhm.
it's very much like taking a look at their interaction in the community and how they want to be involved.
Mhm.
And I'd say that another aspect would be to uh, do not do not promise anything but over deliver. So
Mhm.
that's something I learned from the founder of Mad Lads.
Mhm.
We had Mark II a few days ago, which is an accelerator for NFT on Monad, and
Mhm.
we learned quite a lot of him
Mhm.
from him. And yeah, I would say that it's like trying to not promise anything but over deliver,
Mhm.
and yeah, like I
From
think the value of an NFT collection is created by the involvement of the team, and also the
Mhm.
value of the community is granting to these
Mhm.
people. So making it a good place for everyone to hang up.
Correct, correct, correct. Hmm. I also saw that like you were pretty high on the list for like Monad Kaito Yapper, right? How do you do that, man?
I think I think I'm number one today. I
Hmm.
haven't checked yet, but
Hmm.
uh, I I started like I've been registered maybe 2 months ago,
Mhm.
and I didn't understand anything. I was like, what is the mind share? What are
Mhm.
all key performance indicators everywhere? And
Mhm.
so I was not in the leaderboard at all.
Mhm.
And yeah, so over time I started to climb up, and yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's quite a lot about um, posting educational content and bringing value, without
Mhm.
trying to farm anything.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm still doing what I love. I'm still posting, shit posting. But I think my deepest thoughts, and
Mhm.
but I'm also posting my art
Mhm.
as well, some
Mhm.
videos, some drawings,
Mhm.
and yeah, I think it's being integrated. Monad being integrated in Kaito have been a very very interesting decision
Mhm.
by Kaito and Monad, and I think it's this way I realized how powerful the community was, and
Mhm.
the way we can amplify the voice of Monad.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah,
Mhm.
grateful.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Have you seen Kung Fu Panda? Have you seen that movie?
Very very long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in the first part of the movie, so there was this dragon scroll, which supposedly had all the martial arts, like the toughest, like the best martial arts, and everybody was fighting to get it. And when Po got the martial arts and he showed it to everyone, and it was like it was empty. So
Mm,
and the idea was there is no secret sauce, right? There is no best shit, right? There is no best way to become the best yapper on Kaido, right? You just have to um provide good stuff. Like there is no secret, there is no hack per se. So I just want to understand like what Monad did that forced you to become a community member of Monad, and also how do you become a community member of Monad? Like, is there like a wall that I don't know that you have to cross? Like, is there a ceremony? like, how do you become a community member of Monad? What was that?
yeah, I I started my journey in Monad. It was 1 year ago,
Mhm,
um, and I've been like at the very beginning, the content made in Monad community was very different.
mhm,
It was more about these purple frogs, the purple pepe, and I
mhm,
saw a lot of purple frogs in my timeline, and I was
mhm,
like, it came from Monad because Monad was tagged, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I need to learn more. And
Mm-hmm.
someday, a friend, I had a call with this
Mm-hmm.
friend, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he just explained me Monad like I was five, and I started to understand that it was a very strong community. But at this time, I didn't understood quite a lot about the tech.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing about Monad is that you somehow, if you just follow how the nodes are involved in the community, you always end up building your own convictions by yourself. And now
Mm-hmm.
I'm bouncing on what you said about Ethereum right before, and people jumping from a community to another one
Mm-hmm.
is like I think one of the main issue we have been facing over the past 5 years in the industry is that quite a lot of projects didn't care about the community, and
Mm-hmm.
Monad started and triggered a huge trend about community first, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the value of Monad.
Mm-hmm.
And now people understand that they they have a huge impact in the community by being part of this community,
Mm-hmm.
and they know that what they are doing is not for like for nothing. I mean, they can scale up their skills, and they will be recognized. Like a lot of people will start to follow them to give them advices. And I've been in 3 different countries for meeting the NADs since I joined, and I never met like that many people. And I think now I have more friends in the Web3 than in real life, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Wow, wow, wow. At least you have friends, man. Don't do that to me. No, no, no. But you said that you finally got into, like, you become like a Monad diehard fan because somebody explained to you, like, you're five, what Monad is. So, like, explain to everyone, like, what is Monad, like they are five.
So yeah, so Monad is a layer one performance focused blockchain. So this blockchain will allow to have a huge scalability, so like over 10k TPS,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be 100% EVM compatible, which is very important because Ethereum ecosystem is huge. There are a lot of dApps there,
Mm-hmm.
and 90% of the liquidity located in DeFi protocols are on
Mm-hmm.
EVM chains. So Monad is a blockchain which will allows to all the builders on Ethereum and EVM chains to deploy in a snap on
Mm-hmm.
Monad because it's 100% EVM compatible.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that on another hand, the great thing is that you can, thanks to Monad database, you like almost everybody will be able to run a node on Monad
Mm-hmm.
for very low cost
Mm-hmm.
because the hardware requirements are pretty
Mm-hmm.
low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'd say that it's a layer one, and we are still under the devnet, not
Mm-hmm.
testnet yet, and we already have a huge ecosystem with quite a lot of dApps going
Mm-hmm.
to be deployed on day one for the testnet,
Mm-hmm.
like pretty cool wallets like Phantom, like Magic Eden.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to make any ads or any promotion, but yeah,
Sure,
there
sure.
are a lot of dApps.
Yeah, yeah. Also for, like, all the Mega ETH guys, like, how is Monad better than Mega ETH?
What is Monad better than Mega 8?
Yeah.
I don't I don't want to say Monad is better than another blockchain or another one is better than Monad, but I think it's two different strategies, two different communities, bit with different convictions. I respect all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think they will be successful as well, and I wish them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know what to answer.
No, that's not that's not how you answer it. You're like, Monad is the best fucking chain ever. Cap, right? Mega ETH sucks. Like, that's the answer. I think.
No,
No, no,
I
no,
think
not really, not
it
really.
is,
I'm just kidding, just kidding, just
but yeah.
kidding. No, no, that was a troll question, man.
Yeah.
That was a troll question. It's a real question now. I have a very intrusive like way of thinking, right? um so when I see all these chains, because I'm a consumer and I have like been on all of these chains, right? So what you're doing right now, and you said like a very very good points, and I think I was speaking to someone in India about, so he's creating some L1 too. So I was talking to him about like how everyone is sort of thinking about it, and so what everyone is like so focused on is EVM, being EVM compatible, because uh EVM has all the dexes, EVM has all the liquidity, and if you are not EVM compatible, you are not able to get that liquidity to your chain, right? And then you have to use these bridges, like layer zero and stuff, just to have that thing with you, right? Which is very messy, and
Yeah.
everyone's like sort of focused on being very EVM compatible because, as you said, liquidity, right? That's the game, right?
Yeah.
But what I've seen, and I like, Ethereum is not that old in like the grand context of things. Solana is not that old in like grand context of things, right? uh, the idea, so the way I think about this, and I'm no one, right? I have no pedigree. I'm a fucking idiot, right? So just take that as a pinch of salt, right? So what we are building on right now is we are building tech first, right? Whether we build like a monolithic or like whatever blockchain we build, we are building tech first, and then we're trying to push in consumers as much as we can, just so it's good for the consumers, right? I think, shouldn't we build like consumer first, like what consumers are thinking, and then fill the tech at the end? Like that's okay if there is most of the liquidity in Ethereum. Liquidity wouldn't take a huge amount of time to shift, right? As seen by Solana, right? If you have like a really really good fucking good product, all the liquidity would come to you as it did on Solana. What's your take on that? Like, do you think like, am I thinking wrong, or like how is that?
Uh, I'm, what is your question at the end?
My question at the end is like, tech first, like EVM compatible tech first, or consumer first? Like that's the question.
I think having a customer builder centric approach is a must.
Hmm.
Uh, and yeah, I think it's all about being both, concerned by what the builders need and what the users need.
Hmm.
Uh, so yeah, I think like this meta about Ethereum killer is now gone,
Hmm.
and it's all about being EVM compatible because yeah, as you said, the liquidity is on EVM chains. But yeah, I think you can both be focused on the tech while having a user centric approach. I think it's something that could match,
Hmm.
and yeah, I believe that's what Monad is trying to build, and
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. One last thing, last question. Right. One thing that you'd want to probably tell everyone who's like either starting into Web3, getting into Web3, already in Web3, that nobody else knows, and you think that, hey, this is the thing that everybody should know if you're getting into Web3, right? What would that thing be?
What kind of if I had to be a builder, what kind of thing I should build?
No, no, no. So, for example, if somebody were to ask me, right, hey, I'm getting into Web3, or I have like $5,000 that I want to invest or some shit like that, right? I'd probably ask them to, stay safe and tell them about like various techniques, like for example, pocket extension, wallet guard, just so that their money is safe. Just give them an advice, right? Just a random piece of advice that you think is very very
Hmm.
important for someone in Web3, that is not very well known.
Ah, yeah, it's a good question. First one, having a non-custodial wallet and safely keep your seed phrase
Mm-hmm.
and your private keys. I think it's a must.
Mm-hmm.
Know how on-chain interactions works, and not losing your funds. In terms of investment, um, what I learned is that it's not interesting to make a dollar cost average on the altcoins when you're in the bear market. And I will definitely not do this for the next cycle.
Damn.
I
Fuck.
would say that another important point would be to, yeah, be involved in a community. Like find, just for me, like be. be focused on one community, be part of something. If you're in the Web3, if you just join this industry, the key for you for having guaranteed growth, I mean, in terms of skills and in terms of networking, is being part of something
Mhm.
and having a good network. And for me, being part of Monad and meeting all these people with very good knowledge about the market, I've met some good quants, I've met artists, I've
Mhm.
met good, good KOLs, and I think it's the last advice I will give to someone who is starting to be involved in Web3.
Mhm.
Like being part of something for me, it's a must. Be part of a community, whether it's an NFT collection, a layer
Mhm.
one, whatever. Just be
Mhm.
part of something and be involved at your scale.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree that too, because you get to learn a lot. Just believe in something and just try to ride, right? Just
Yeah,
even if it fails, just try to understand what mistakes there were and what probably you could improve, and just be there, so that you at least, I think it's better to be friends with one person, like be very good friends with one person, than like know 100 people.
yeah. That's why I think uh, I think it's all about test and learn. Like you will most likely fail in a lot of things in the Web3. I
Mhm.
failed so many times. I lost quite a lot of money.
Mhm.
I've been betting on some community I should not have been part of because
Mhm.
it was not working for me, at least not for me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's quality over quantity.
Yeah, quality over quantity. And the thing that you said about never DCA into altcoins, guys, that's the
Yeah,
alpha,
yeah, yeah.
right? That's the fucking alpha. What
Not a
fun.
financial advice, but yeah, say for me it haven't worked. So
No,
and for nobody, by the way.
this is financial advice, I think, right? Just don't fucking DCA, right? Just don't be a fucking idiot, right? Because when these coins drop, they'll like keep dropping, right? It's not like they'll stop. You'll feel that, hey, this is the rebound now, but there won't be any rebound, right? And if you see Cerebro, Pengu, I'm bullish on Pengu, but Pengu as it's now, I mean, it's like red city, like down only, right? So I think
Yeah,
that's pretty important. Like never DCA down, right? So
uh,
what do you do? Do you DCA up as it's going up, or like do you don't invest at all?
but by the breakout, I would say like it's someone teached me this in a Twitter space. Like
Hmm.
it's not a financial advice, but if you want, like as he said, if you want to be like how can I say without making it like a financial advice? Uh,
Say it,
I,
man. Nobody's going to catch you for giving out financial. Guys, not financial advice. Editor,
no
just
financial advice. Yeah,
put like
sorry.
a
Yeah,
disclaimer, please. Thank you. Disclaimer gone. You can speak now. We'll have a disclaimer now.
yeah, but yeah, buying the breakout, I think it's the smartest decision for if you want to be involved with in a coin. Buy the breakouts, buy the damn breakouts, because like making a DCA like I've did since November 2021 is a suicide, and
Fuck,
it's
bro.
I even lost the count of buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip. Like I
Yeah.
bought the dip so many times, and I've never
I
been back. So
yeah. I buy the dip and the dip keeps dipping. Dip of the dippity dip.
the dip of the dip, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So when you say breakouts, right?
yeah.
Like what do you mean by breakouts? Like all-time high breakouts? We have on what time frame? RSI breakouts? Like what kind of breakouts exactly?
I'm not a trader, but there are not necessarily all time high because it might be too late.
Mhm.
But no, buying the breakout if you have a key level who have been broken, and
Mhm.
yeah,
All right. So let's say if support is, if you, let's say if resistance is broken, just buy it.
yeah, but you have also seniors to consider. But I'm
Mhm.
not a trader, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a quite simple thing I learned
Mhm.
from someone in the Twitter space, and
Mhm.
that's definitely something I will keep in mind and I will do for the next cycle. Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Have you been profitable though this cycle? Like trading?
no,
Tough, tough, tough.
yeah,
I still remember like I lost so much money when I was starting out trading, and that's how I lost most of my money DCing into like my conviction backs. I was like, no way, this is not going up again, right? But the thing is, you getting onto those coins, even if it goes up again like in 3 years, right? you have missed
Mm.
3 years of gains in other coins. So
Yeah.
it's just the game we play, man.
But by trading, you mean like opening a long or short, or you mean like buying the coins?
I don't trade perpetuals. Like I don't open long or shorts. I don't leverage. I just buy spot. Like I buy the coins.
Yeah, buy spot as
Buy
well.
spot. Yeah, buy spot. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not profitable.
Yeah, that's bad. But
Yeah.
again, I mean, you are like one of the biggest monad yappers, and it's been really fun talking to you. And apart from that, also like any other strategies, any last words that you want to say, and then we'll just sort of wrap it up.
Mm, I would say be part of something. Join a community, be part of something. I would say believe in you, and yeah, just do the things. Lead some
Right.
initiatives. If you're in this space, just have fun. Just join a community. Uh,
Hmm.
make some good friends,
Hmm.
because yeah, it's all about fun, and it's most likely the things we will keep in mind in the next 5, 10 years when we will think about our experience in this industry.
Right.
That's what
Right.
I think.
Hopefully, we'll all have like our fucking yachts after ten
Yeah,
years, right?
yeah.
If I don't have a yacht in 10 years, man, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here. But but again, Grimjow, like really lovely to meet you, man. Really lovely to just
Thanks,
have
Ali.
a candid conversation on this. And again, uh, let me just stop. All right, so let me just stop the recording, and then we can sort of talk off screen. So this is it, guys. Thank you so much. This was Grimjow. He's one of the top yappers on the Monad ecosystem. You can go ahead and you can give him a follow. I'll drop his X here on the screen right now, and just go ahead, give him a follow, check out his posts, and DM him if you have any questions. He's a pretty helpful, pretty super sweet guy, and I hope you would enjoy having conversation with him. Also, you can DM me if you have any questions. uh though I'm not as good in Monad as he is. So but again, if you want any help, just feel free to DM me. Thank you so much. Bye, see ya.